Hi guys! So this is my first video and I would like to share with you the supplements that I took to help my H. pylori treatment and treatment of my duodenum ulcer. So a little disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, I cannot tell you what to do. Please consult a doctor before doing anything or taking any supplements. It's a good idea to check before what do you have and then make your decision. So a little bit my story about how I found out I have a duodenum ulcer. Duodenum, by the way, it's not the upper stomach, it's your upper intestine, so a little bit lower in your stomach. And I didn't have a major pain or major issues. I did have a little bloating and digestion and once in a while kind of discomfort in my stomach. So the doctor recommended to do endoscopy, really random. I didn't want to do it, but I'm glad I did because they told me I have H. pylori, it's pretty high, and I do have the ulcer. So they prescribed me treatment from antibiotics and acid suppressant, something that will lower my production of my stomach juices, basically to make it less acidic and also to lower the pH in the stomach. I did the conventional treatment. I did the round of antibiotics. They're pretty harsh, pretty strong. I almost I didn't like the way I felt after, especially after acidic suppressant. I felt like my food was just like not moving. But I did it and it kind of helped. But after a while I started having the same symptoms. So I decided I had another round of antibiotic, even stronger, that I could do. But I really didn't want to have the side effects of the antibiotics, and they're really, really, really strong. And I started researching and decided to try a natural path. So I'm gonna share with you what exactly I used. And for me personally, it really helped. I didn't completely finish the treatment, you know, I'm still taking them once in a while, but I can tell you that it was a major relief, and I would say even for me it was better than antibiotics. So I did a lot of research, just like you, looking online. I watched a million videos, I was reading all the... So when it comes to H. pylori, I've heard all kinds of different opinions about it. Some say that everybody has them. Like I had a doctor, he told me, oh, it's not like only you have them, don't worry about like they discovered H. pylori, everyone has it. It's just because when you have high acidity in your stomach, they grow more. Some people think you have to destroy them completely in order not to have the ulcers. And then another opinion I heard is that actually the bacteria does not like acidic environment. And yes, almost everyone has them, but when there's too much acidity, it starts boring itself in the lining of the stomach, basically creating an ulcer because it's hiding from the high acidity. So all these different, I'm not sure what is right, what is wrong. Are you supposed to kill them off or not, or just control the acidity? Not sure. Now, when it comes to acidity, why we produce too much? If stress, when you have stress, you know, it rises, you have too much stomach juices. When your lifestyle, where you don't eat on time, or you have really long breaks between meals, which for me, it's almost my lifestyle because I'm a hairstylist. So I eat when I can eat, basically, not when I want. And it's not the best lifestyle for the stomach health, because yeah, it's really hard to maintain this proper, you know, regimen of eating on time. And another reason that you can have high acidity is actually parasites. So that's another thing, and it's I've been diagnosed as well. And you can have parasites either in your intestine, or you can have parasites in your liver or gallbladder, which is very dangerous, and they can affect the amount of bile or juices coming out. So it can just affect the whole digesting process and mess it up. So parasites, it's a different topic, and I could make a video about it if you would like me to, because I used to think that it's all hype and stuff, but it's a real thing, and it affects a lot of of our body functions. Let's start about the supplements. Some supplements I have here, some supplements I'll put a picture somewhere, and of course in the description I'll post the link of everything that I took. So the most important of the supplements, I would say one of the, like, number one, will be a mastigam. So this thing has been having amazing reviews and really personally really helped me. So it kills the bacteria. I don't know exactly how it works, but this is like the most important in treating the ulcers. It goes really well with another supplement which is called NAC. I'm gonna post the picture. They work the best, they work together. Why? Because NAC, what it does, it loosens the biofilm of the bacteria, and then basically and then mastigam can go in and like finish it off and kill it. So together they work really well on any parasites, on any bacteria, on any you know, things that you don't want to have in your body. So mastigam, this is number one. This is, I think it's a must. Whatever else you want to take, you might not, but this is a lifesaver. You take it on an empty stomach. I don't remember how many times. I think 3 times a day or before each meal. Yes, between meals. So you want your stomach to be empty, and I would take it with the NAC. Now, another thing that is really important is enzymes, because your stomach is irritated and most likely your pancreas is affected. That's kind of like, it comes together, so your enzymes production is not as good, and your food might not be digested, and you want to digest it. So at the moment I take these enzymes, I gotta stop because I felt a little bloated. I like them, I just started them. The only important thing, whatever enzymes you take, it's better to have vegetarian enzymes, like not animal enzymes. Pay attention, because if you're gonna start taking anything animal like that replicates our own enzymes, your pancreas will start being lazy, because why would it produce any? Because there's always a supply, you know. It's just so close to our own enzymes that basically you lower the production of your pancreatic enzymes, and you don't want that. So it's better take vegetarian enzymes. They don't mess up with that situation. They just they're not gonna affect the production of your own enzymes in the future. So people, you can sometimes, there's times when you can take animal enzymes, but that's only for short periods of time. It's never for a long time. So another very, very important supplement is licorice, DGL. Probably you've heard of it. And so licorice, what it does, you take it on an empty stomach before food. Also, it protects the lining of the stomach and like lines the stomach from the ulcers and stuff. So it helps so the ulcer can heal underneath. So you have to have that in your bag all the time. Before each meal, you have to take it, and it will help, you know, your lining heal faster. Another thing I'm taking is yucca. Yucca, I've been reading a lot about it, and it just has so many good properties, and to be honest, I don't remember what exactly it does for the stomach, but yeah, I was taking it. I read somewhere about it, and I decided to put it in my regimen. Also, one of the things that I took was L-glutamine. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that, but I also added it to my regimen to help my immunity and just to help the body, you know, heal and go through it. Also, I took cat's claw. Like, I took all these supplements that basically will attack any bacteria and stuff, and cat's claw have a lot of properties of fighting bacteria and, you know, anti-inflammatory and all the good stuff. You can research it, and if you decide to add it, you can add it. One more thing, in the morning I would take Manuka honey. Manuka honey has a lot of antibacterial properties. It's it's just good. You can take it anytime. You just have to have it in your house. You know, it's an amazing stuff. And taking it on an empty stomach also helps to fight the bacteria, to help to heal the ulcer, and to just soothe your stomach lining. And besides that, it has all the other anti-inflammatory and good things in it. So manuka honey, definitely. And I've heard a lot of people actually had a huge relief in their symptoms just by taking manuka honey. So I would definitely recommend that. Also, just recently I started using yarrow drops. My friend's mom had a really bad case of ulcer. She was in a hospital and she was bleeding. So she went through a bad case of ulcer, and this helped her a lot in healing it and in stopping bleeding. So sometimes I'm very nervous because I'm not sure if I healed it properly or completely, and I'm like, oh my god, what if it's gonna be so bad and I'll be bleeding. So I have this thing in the house, like just because I'm nervous about it, and I once in a while I'll take it, and I really like the way it feels. It's just drops, and probably best on an empty stomach. I don't think it says here, but I do take it on an empty stomach because I wanted to literally, you know, if I have anything, any ulcer or any irritation in my lining, to help it heal faster. So this is more about healing and the actual wound. It's not necessarily about killing the bacteria or stuff like that. So that will be a good thing also to add maybe later, maybe after you deal with the bacteria, and like as a second phase to just help to heal your stomach. So to sum it up, all my supplements: mastigamo and NAC, the most important ones, then L-glutamine, yucca, cat's claw, manuka honey, and yarrow drops, and digestive enzymes, the full spectrum. And all the supplements, there's a lot of bottles, a lot of, you know, things, and I will forget to take them, and I'll forget to. So in the beginning it was a mess because I was trying to figure out what I'm taking, how many times a day I'm taking, and then I needed to be organized because at my work I have no time and I forget and all of these things. So I got myself this awesome PO box, which is for a week, which is really cheap, and you just once a week, you know, you put all your supplements day by day, and it's a little super cute, these boxes, and they're all like open separately, so you're not having a mess. And I take it with me in the morning. I throw it in my bag, so I have all my pills with me. The only thing I will take separately though is mastigam and then NAC, because I take them on an empty stomach and I don't want to mix them with these pills, so that will be a little separate. But otherwise, this thing like saved my life, because I had so many supplements that I would buy and I wouldn't take them because they were not with me, and my busy schedule, it's like, yes, organization is everything. So I would definitely recommend you that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope it was helpful and you find, you know, something useful in this video, because I was the same like you. I was researching and reading, like as I said before, when I research, I read like everything, and it takes a lot of time. So having someone sharing experience, I think, is really useful. And if you have anything that you know that you did and it helped you, or any of your experience, or if you know any other supplements or any other ways to deal with this problem, please share, because I would love to know, you know. So comment below and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.